Welcome to FitBody Lifestyle, the show where we dive deep into the world of fitness, health, business, relationships, and the art of living a balanced life. I'm Jamie.
And I'm Greg, and we're here to give you the benefit of our experiences in the fitness and bodybuilding industry, the corporate world, running a business, personal development, and building healthy relationships.
Whether you're sweating it out in the gym, hustling in your business, or seeking balance in your everyday life, you're in the right place.
So lace up those sneakers and grab that water bottle, and let's get ready to transform our minds, our bodies, and our lives. Hello, Fit Body Lifers. Welcome to another Fusion Hack on Fit Body Lifestyle Radio, coming to you across the airwaves from our ham radio station here in Alaska on AM 1290, where we are delivering the finest tunes and I'm sorry, I went too far with that.
You went too far. Sorry, guys.
I was turning into my radio voice and saying, "Hey, welcome," and we're going to be spinning some tunes from the 80s and the 90s.
This is a 10-minute episode.
It's a 10-minute episode. Okay, we can edit all that out. All right. Anyway, welcome everybody. Sorry for the little bit of you. We're all hungry and been here. So welcome to, we have some honored guests here today. So we have Aimee Delgado virtually welcoming from Las Vegas, Nevada, or Lost Wages, Nevada. We have Mr. Coach Drew Coach Drew Brannon. We have Coach and Athlete Jay Brannon. We have Coach Athlete and my boss, who's probably going to fire me after this, Jamie D. Yes.
What are we talking about today?
We are going to talk about something that's really important for all athletes. And coming off of the Arnold, let's talk about how you, Jay or Jordan, and Aimee manage yourself after the awards. Because you've worked so hard for however many weeks, and you have put your best on stage, and they announce the recipients of the placings, and either you're in there or you're not.
And we're not just talking about the Arnold. We're just talking about any in general, because I think this is a great subject, because everybody is going to, have disappointment along the way. There gets to be one winner, at each person's show. So, kind of how do we manage that mindset around that? So, who would like to start?
I'll go. I think that's human nature. I think with every show, listen, we all do this because we want to win. Like, who does this, for anything else? We're all super competitive, especially at this level. And something that Drew and I were just talking about is, if it means something to you, you're going to be disappointed in a placing that's, less than what you think you want that day. I know for myself, I do take it a little hard, sometimes. I get pretty emotional. Like I said, we all work so hard. This sport is not awarded on who works the hardest in the room. We all work really hard. It's awarded on what's on stage that day. What I try to do is, number one, I'm always happy for the winner. Because like I said, I have tremendous respect for every athlete in this sport. We all work very hard. We all look fantastic. I would not want to be the judges. Let's just say that. So what I do is, number one, obviously celebrate the athlete who just won the show, or, anybody that was better than me. And then what I try to do is if I'm really emotional, so let's say that I, crying or, upset, something like that, go somewhere privately, 10, 15 minutes, take some time for myself. There's been a situation a few years ago where I did that. I went back to my room and cried for a few minutes. Jamie's like, "Hey, where are you? I need to get your feedback." I was like, "I need 10 minutes. I'll be back when I can show up and be professional again." Take that time alone, show back up. And then from there, after the show, study. Go back, watch the live stream, look at the videos, look at the photos. And most of the time I can figure out why, and it takes some time to get unemotional and to be able to see the data and why those things are happening. And then just like everything, learn from experience, and I'll be honest with you guys too. There's sometimes I look at, those videos or those photos and I don't understand. And I just have to go off what the judges said that day that they wanted, or, what that feedback was, and just take it as a learning opportunity. Every loss is always an opportunity to understand how to come back better, or how to learn, or even for me as a coach, how I can, help my athletes, a little bit better. So just trying to shift that mindset a little bit, but I'll be honest with you guys, we're all human. We all feel a certain emotion because it means something to us. We all want to, work hard, show up, and be awarded for that hard work. But But, something else we were just talking about is you're going to lose a lot more than you win in this sport. And you got to learn how to take those losses and how to turn them into something positive. And I really do think that if you can learn how to do that, man, that's a tool it's just something you can't, teach. You got to go through it and experience it and learn how to kind of pivot that for yourself.
Yeah. And Drew, you said something earlier about, you would be disappointed.
If someone walked off stage and she's like, oh yeah, I was second. Like I as a coach, I'm going to be kind of annoyed with that because like, I want you invested. Like, I want it to sting because it stings for me. I mean, I had a couple overalls that I missed this last year with one athlete in particular, and she wasn't happy and neither was I. And I just said to her, collect your thoughts. You're allowed to be upset. You're allowed to be frustrated. You've been working hard. Like that means you care, and when, this sport's different too from most sports, football, baseball, soccer, I have a background in racing race cars where there was only one winner and 20, 30 losers. This is the same, thing with bikini or with competing is we have one winner and however many girls or guys that don't. And it's not just the Falcons and the Jets. We're just one won and one lost, right? So there's an added layer, and
well, there's another added layer too. So when you're racing,
right,
you know who the winner is definitively because you get the fastest time.
Right.
In this sport, it's not about fastest time. It's not about when you walk onto stage. They're not saying, "Hey, Jordan, what's your PR for hip thrust?" And Aimee, what's your PR for hip thrust? Oh, well, then Jordan, you win because your PR for hip thrust is higher. So it ain't like that. It's a judge's preference. And so as you're talking about contextualizing the result, it's hard sometimes because sometimes you don't understand the results. And that's just part of the dynamic of this sport, which makes it an added layer of being able to manage your expectations because you do, as an athlete, as a competitor, you want to be better. And sometimes it's hard to figure out how do I get better? It's also hard because you've sold out everything to get on that stage and deliver your best product, and then it wasn't awarded on that day. There's going to be a lot of emotions that are going to hit you on that day. It's not because you're not happy for the person who wins. It's not because you're not ecstatic for, and because they all work hard. You all work hard, and you're human. And the people who have never been in the winner's circle like that and understood or received that flood of emotion, I'm just going to ask you, don't judge it because it is, I mean, there's a difference between a sore loser who goes on Instagram or takes to social media after a show and blasts everybody and says, the judges suck and this, there's a difference between that.
They had it out for me. I've never seen
exactly,
that.
Exactly. There's a difference between that and being in that moment on stage, this in real time, and you are a human and you can't be asked to be you're a professional, but you're also a human. Okay. And so I would just go ahead, Aimee.
There can only be one winner on that stage. And there's how many competitors show up at the Olympia? That's 60 girls who've worked so hard. And we all know what goes in. You have to win a pro show. That's tough, winning a pro show, So there can only be one winner. And of course, we're all happy for that winner because we all go through the same things. We all train hard. We sacrifice so much. And none of that is measured. But at the same time, I know exactly how much goes into that athlete, how much that athlete has trained so hard. And the fact that they won, that's incredible. And that's something that we all need to take in and be like, we've been there. And so we understand how it feels to win. And we also understand how it feels to lose. And managing, and again, it goes back to managing the expectations. I always prepare myself to lose or to win. I'm there to win, but I'm also there to lose too. You get your feedback, you learn from it, and then you grow from that. And I feel like that's really important as an athlete to continue showing up, and just being professional, but also celebrating that athlete who freaking did those amazing things because you're right there next to them trying to fight there with them. So it's an amazing journey that we're all on the same boat.
Yeah. Interested in changing your life or stepping on stage? Join FitBody Fusion today.
Experience the FitBody Fusion difference with tools, knowledge, and community support to reach your healthy and sustainable lifestyle.
We guide thousands on their fitness journeys, from seasoned athletes to those who are simply seeking a healthier life.
Our expert coaches provide personalized plans and unwavering support, empowering you to thrive.
FitBody Fusion is more than just training. It's a community. We understand the challenges of solo fitness journeys, which is why we foster a supportive environment where members encourage and motivate each other.
Join the FitBody Fusion community today and unlock your full potential.
Head to fitbodyfusion.com to sign up for a free consultation.
And do it today.
That's awesome. Like, I love everything you guys have shared, because I think that it's something that comes with time and practice, learning how to manage the expectations, as the two of you have. So like, being able to share that for people who maybe haven't gotten to that point, or they haven't had the experiences of the ups and the downs. And I certainly did as well during my competition career. And man, those, I absolutely, like, I've talked a lot about the incredible relationships that I developed, and, those feelings can coexist where it's like, oh, darn, man, I really wanted it. And I'm super happy for this person who I admire and love and respect and everything else. And I mean, I think it says a lot too, because like obviously with our team, we do have a lot of amazing athletes. So people ask me, like, as a coach, like, how do you handle that when you're coaching, these, all these great athletes are having to compete against each other. And it's like, look, at the end of the day, each one of you is there to bring your best and do everything you can to win on that day. And then one person gets to win. So, we know, and I know Drew and Greg and I was like, well, anytime we're at a show, we're just like, okay, let's get ready, because because we know it's going to, that everybody's going to have their feelings. There's highs, there's lows, there's all of that mix of emotion, and we're here to support that. We have our own emotions as well. There's sometimes disappointment, elation, there's just all these things, but it's part of the journey. It's part of the ride. And I think it's what makes us all grow as human beings. And it's actually a great thing. It's an exciting thing. So
it is. And
the most important is that it doesn't define you.
No,
it doesn't define who you are and how great you can be, or how great you truly are. It's just, there's so many variables that go in the human body, and there's a lot of things that sometimes you just can't control. And it's on that one day, it may not be your day, but hey, you're happy for the next person, and it's amazing to see someone grow and continue to climb and get there. And I feel like that's just so special too.
There's an old samurai saying that says, fall down 7 times, get up 8. And that just simply means that you're just going to keep getting up and going for it. You're going to lose more times than you're going to win, but it's getting up that 8th time that really determines the champion. And, Aimee, if I can, I think you're okay if I say this, but I hope not. If you're not, then I guess we'll edit it out. But in 24, the Arnold in 24, I mean, that was a big disappointment for you, because you really wanted it was a really big want to win moment for you, and it didn't work out that way. And what I saw you do between then and this year is you really invested in working on you and learning. And so we talk about learning to lose. Is learning to win, man, that doesn't take any skill at all. Okay, there's nothing to learn in learning to win, but learning to lose requires time, and it requires experience. And what I admire about you, and Jay, I can say the same thing about you too, and the champion's mind, and being able to pull yourself up and transform yourself. And Aimee, say what you said to me before finals.
I said, I am prepared to win, but I'm also prepared to lose.
Yes.
You told me the same thing right before she went out.
I'm sorry?
I said, you said the same thing to me right before you went out.
Oh, yeah. No matter what happens, I did my very best, and I'm so proud. And I've been competing. Well, congratulations to Vanya. We love you very much. But I've been competing next to Vanya for so many shows, and it was incredible to see her win. So I'm so happy for her, but at the same time, I know how much it takes. So she did it, and that's incredible. And I can't wait to hopefully be in that spot too.
And let's be clear on one thing. this isn't a deserve. Well, I don't think anything in life is deserve. Okay. So people who say, well, she deserved to win or she didn't deserve to win or whatever, that's nonsense. There's no such thing as deserve. Life does not give you what you deserve. And I have learned that the hard way. I have seen good things happen to bad people, bad things happen to good people. So you can't tell me that things happen because you deserve it, but you get what you earn. And so, you know, you guys earned a spot on one of the most exclusive stages, if not the most exclusive stage in all of bodybuilding. You earned that. And the result is whatever the result is, but it doesn't change. And just like what you said, Aimee, that doesn't define you, what the result is. What defines you
if I lose,
is...
I'm going to compete. If I win,
That's right.
I'm still going to compete.
There you go.
Yeah. Nothing's going to change. We're going to keep showing up and doing our best. And I know Jay, you know, it's hard putting yourself out there, right? It's hard to keep showing up and putting yourself out there because it is scary at the same time. It's scary, but at the same time, we're going to learn from it. We're going to grow. And then amazing things can happen if you put yourself out there. If I just say, okay, no, I'm never going to show up again. What am I ever going to get for myself? Or how am I going to grow? How am I going to learn? So that's something that you just have to keep showing up no matter the outcome. Just as long as you put your best self out there. And that's what I did. That's what Jay did. We were both so proud. Like I'm sure she couldn't be happier. I couldn't be happier of the outcome because we nailed it. Like we did everything that we could put out there, and it's all about just showing up and keep showing up.
Very well said.
And you get to do it again.
Well, and one other thing I want to say, if people who are listening did not see the longer episodes, definitely listen. And I think one of the things that you guys talked about in quite a bit on all of the episodes that we've filmed today is all the other things. Like winning means more than just the trophy and the award. It's the people that you've impacted and that came and said something to you, or you know, it's the connections you made backstage. Like winning is so much more than a placing or a trophy or something like that, you know. So I think you both have embraced that, and that's really very inspiring to see, you know, and you know, I know I say it all the time, but you know, for me, what means a lot more than the trophies or the, you know, qualification or any of the other things I accomplished were those relationships and that opportunity to make an impact, you know. So, you know, that, you know, if you showed up and you put your best on that day, you're a winner, you know, and there's so many things that define winning, but beyond a placing.
Yeah, and I told you, Mama Bear, I was like, I feel so good after that showing because we put everything out there, and I was so proud. And I know everyone else is proud of me, and yeah, you can't do anything more than that. It's not, when you leave it in the judge's hands, you're like, okay, do your job. I did mine, and whatever they choose, it's what they choose, and you have no control over that. Control your controllables, right?
Yep, yes. Absolutely. I love this episode. This was great. Hi, Aria.
We see your little head back there, little munchkin.
We have a special guest appearance from Aria.
Is Luna with you too?
Yeah.
I think I saw Luna in the background.
I want to tell them really quickly how proud you are of Mama and what you told me. She made me a whole letter, a few note cards. Tell them what you said.
I don't remember them. Wait, let me see. One.
Best. I'm so proud of you, and you're my winner.
And,
she basically said, I am so proud of you. You look so beautiful in the pink bikini because it's my favorite color. And then she goes, you're my number
pink
one
is
winner.
not my favorite color.
No, my favorite color.
Oh.
It's Mommy's
And
favorite color.
She goes, you're a winner for me. You're my winner. And I said,
that's
yes.
awesome.
Yeah. I can go get it.
It doesn't get better than that.
That's a mic drop moment.
All right.
Are we good?
Yep.
Okay, so if you want to get a hold of any of these amazing coaches and athletes, you can go to fitbodyfusion.com, and there are links to their individual Instagram accounts, as well as if you want to get a consultation with any of them for coaching, which I highly recommend. Yes, I'm biased, and hopefully I am, because they're the most amazing people in the planet. And I'm biased from a factual point of view. So otherwise, I think we are good with today. Yeah. Huh?
Are you gonna weave it in? What, like comments?
Weave what in? What would I weave in? Would I weave in something to the akin of what Aria would say? like be number one and like, comment, subscribe, and leave your reviews because you're our number one. You're our audience. So thank you for tuning in to our radio at 1190 KSM FM. Remember the 3 B's, everybody.
Be good to yourself.
Be good to each other.
And be safe.
Take care.
And go get lunch. Thank you for tuning in to FitBody Lifestyle. We hope today's episode has left you feeling motivated and equipped to tackle your fitness goals, business challenges, and the daily dance of life. Remember to value progress over perfection. Life's tough enough alone. Find the chosen family around you to help you along the way.
If you enjoyed today's episode, we'd really appreciate it if you would subscribe and leave us a review on your favorite streaming platform. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at FitBodyFusion.